channel. So last video में we have discussed about the major concept of the design pattern of array, in which we had covered the design pattern of prefix sum. So many students are facing issue after seeing a question, even with the question of array. They are confused how to solve a particular question. So this video is obviously for you who want to crack top tech companies, top questions, but are facing problems in DSA like me. And I am here to share my journey and help you to recognize pattern to be in one of the position of tech companies. So let's start today's video. As I already promised with you that I will teach you with the flow of design pattern. I have teach you binary search in a very awesome way and have teach you prefix sum. In this video, I am going to discuss a very major concept of array design pattern, which is used when the question is about subarray. Which we had already discussed. This question of subarray is tackled with the help of cadence prefix sum. Then what's new that we are going to discuss in this video? The thing that we are going to discuss in our video is sliding window. I hope many of you are must aware about the sliding window, but in this video I am not only discuss the theory of sliding window but also sharing the top questions, hard level lead code question that will really help you to tackle this design pattern and give your best. Let's start. For example, we are going to focus on array. ठीक है? In this array, the main concept is sliding window. After hearing the name of sliding window, you are quite aware that sliding window is something that slides. Have you ever watched any swing or the children playing in the park? They are using a toy named slides. So this window is also like a slide. Here what are you going? You are maintaining an array, and as per requirement you are moving it. You are adding a new data and removing the past data. This is a window. The window contains the next element and are removing the last previous element. This is nothing but only the sliding window. This is a really very simple concept if you will understand. Now, in the sliding window, we have discussed you have to add a number, you have to remove a number, and the third point that we will use in the questions of sliding window is majorly use a hash map data structure, or we can use an array. This hash map and array concept is used in which you are given that make a subarray having k distinct element. So we have to count the k element in our subarray, or we have to count the frequency of any element. We will tackle the question on it surely in the future. So these three things are very important in sliding window. If you really understand these three things, you will, I am bit sure you will tackle it very easily. So for example, we had given an array. The array is 10, 2, 3, 3, 1 and 5. This is our array. So what is the sliding window goes here? Sliding window says that we have to find a subarray. Now first of all, there is two type of sliding window. One is fixed size sliding window. The second is dynamic size. Fixed size is in the question you are given you have to maintain an array of size 2 and you will exit one element and 2, but the size of that array subarray will always be 2 or given k. But in dynamic sliding window means you are keep up adding elements till the condition is meet up in the question, that the condition that is given in the question. Okay, so for example we have to say, ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल टोटल सम कितना होगा 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Its total sum is 22. I hope it is clear. 11 and 21. Sorry, the sum is 21. The total sum is 21. Now find this subarray whose sum is greater than equals to 8. Longest. you are given to find the longest subarray. It is not a fixed size because we have not given that the array is of a particular size. We are just saying an array whose sum is equals to greater than. I have already uploaded a video on sliding window on my YouTube channel. The first video on my channel, that is longest common substring. This is also solved by a sliding window concept. Moving ahead, let's focus what I am going to teach you. So what we are going to do this, we are maintaining a sum, okay, and a pointer start. Start is basically at the start of an array, and we are looping a variable r or iterating in this array, okay. We are going to iterate over the array. So our r is 2 and it is going to add up in the sum. So it's 10, 2, 3, okay. 10 ho gaya. 10 is greater than 2, yes. So our sliding window is this, and we are just finding the way. Now in the another time we are going to add 12. Now the sum is 12. It is also greater than 8. Now in this case our sum is already okay, already in the, so we are not going to add increase it because it's already greater than 8. So why we are removing the left variable, huh? So it's only 12. 12 is already, so the maximum size is 2. Now I am going to add -3. Now if I subtracting 3, then it become 9. Okay, but it is also greater than k, but the maximum length of the subarray becomes 3. Okay, now what is going to him is -1. Now we are going to do is -1, it's also 8. So this condition was also fulfilled and our condition got to 4. Now when we are going to add, this -5, what we get is less than the 8. So we can't say this is a maximum size. Maximum size will be 4. But in case we have -1 here and 10 here, so what we are going to do, we will, in that type of conditions, we are going to neglect the left type and the adding the right. I'm just given to the core concept how the things are going, the start variable, the looping, how we are going to remove the low, how we are max min. The actual question or actual idea I am going to discuss in the upcoming video. So for let's not waste our time and discuss a very easy level question. In this question what we had given is maximum average subarray. It means we have to calculate average every time and then check whose subarray have the maximum average. Now we have given array 1, 12, -5, -6, 50 and 3. As I already discussed, we will use start here and a variable r who will iterate over it, okay? And we have to give an array of fixed size which is 4 size. So in the beginning of our question we are going to make an array of 4 elements, whatever it is. I am just going to make it 1, 12, 5 and 6 and calculate its average. Now what will be the average of this question? The average will be 12, 13 plus -5 -6 divided by 4. The average is very low. The average is 0.5, which is not an appropriate. Okay? So let's max average is equals to this one. Now after that we are going to run our this r pointer. Now we are going to run this r pointer because we have to now tackle the another elements in our array. We had considered the top 4 element or the beginning element in our array. Now we have to check the remaining element, that in the future if we add those elements, does our average will change, does we get the maximum average in the future or not. Now my r will start from this. I will add 50 into it, but now my size will be 5 and I am going to remove this left and I'm shifting left to 12. So left will plus and adding this right into my average. Now calculate the maximum average and checking the which gave us the maximum average. Now 12 -5 -6 and then plus 50 is going to give us 51, and then divided by 4 it's going to be 12.75. Now our this average will be deleted and maximum average will be 12.75. Now our array is not completed, so our loop will continue. Now our pointer points to 3. It will add this 3 and remove this left and maintain the size of 4. Now what it is going to say that minus 5 minus 6 plus 50 plus 3, now divided by 442, then it 10.5. But we had already given that maximum is 12.75, so no need to update it. We had already achieved our maximum, so why we are going to remove it? So this is the main concept. Okay, if you want me to code this, I can also code it. There is an also important question, that is permutation in string. I will upload it in the second video. I will upload 3 videos on sliding window discussing 3 questions. This is a permutation, this is maximum window. You can practice it in the home. If you will lacking the solving it, let me back on my channel. I will upload it today only. I will end up the concept because I already promised that my every video will come on every single week. I will cover all these design patterns. Okay. Now let's move to the code. As I already promised, we are going to make an array. We are going to make an array of fixed size, new, int and k. Now after that we are going to add all element I is equals to 0, I is less than k, then I plus plus top 4 element into our array. Here are I is equals to nums of I, and then going to sum. We have to find the average na, int sum, int average is equals to 0. In the beginning it is 0, let's take it 0, and then every time we find the average. Plus is equals to nums of I hope it is clear. And after that we are going to update average to divided by 4. This is the maximum average that we got in the first 4 elements. Okay, because our 4 will be of any size. Now we are going to iterate over the rest all data. Int I is equals to, we are iterating over the all rest. What we are going to do is, now our I will start from where we had left, okay, until the length last, and then going to update I. Okay, now what we are doing is keep a low pointer. Keep a low pointer means the starting pointer. We will start at the first index. Now we are going to add is, what we are going to add is average. There is no need to maintain a separate array. Let's be at this one, because we are just tackling about the sum of all the elements. So why we are making a separate array? Just sum it up there and then make a variable at int max. Max is equals to, first of all it is equals to average. Now what we are going to do is average plus equals to nums of I, and then we are removing minus equals to nums of low, because we have to shift our sliding window. Then our low will be incremented, LOW low will be incremented, I will be incremented itself. Now what we will check is, okay, what we will check is sum. It is not sum, it is sum. Average divided by k. Find the average there. Now it's only have the sum of the first 4 elements. Now it is that type. Now we will take it. Mx is equals to math dot max. Math dot max. We have to take the maximum average. Now what we are going to do is average divided by k. Now, in the every iteration, it is going to take the maximum element. Return mx. In this question, what is actually happening is, you can understand it a very simple way. We are adding a sum. First of all, our sum will be the summation of all the four elements. Now our I will start from 50. We will going to add 50 into our sum and removing this first low pointer, and an increment low means start here, and then just calculate the average. Now checking if current average is greater than the previous average, just update the average. This is the very easy question of our sliding window, where we are tackling with the fixed size sliding window. I hope it is clear.